Dr. Mary Alice Casto from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln is a recipient of the CSA Travel Research Grant for her project Accessible and Exclusive, The Home Seamstress and Vogue Couturier and Paris Original Patterns, 1932 to 1965. Her study, working with collaborator Sandra Starkey, examines how Vogue patterns simultaneously promised accessibility and exclusivity, revealing the complex ways home sewers engage with high fashion through reproduction, skill, and personal expression. Jurors praised her clear and well-structured methodology, citing that material culture study is appropriate, and noted her extensive preliminary work in the Ladies' Home Journal, Vogue, and Women's Wear Daily, which makes the next stage at the Commercial Pattern Archive both logical and compelling. Reviewers highlighted her excellent and thorough sources, her ideal qualifications, and the timeliness of focusing on home sewing, an area in danger of being removed from college and university curricula. This project promises meaningful impact by deepening our understanding of fashion media, domestic making, and the cultural history of sewing. Daniel James Cole is also a recipient of the CSA Travel Research Grant for his project Dayak by Design, Transformations to Tradition in Western Borneo. Cole's research examines contemporary Dayak dress, Baju Contemporasi, a vibrant, evolving form of cultural expression that remains nearly unexplored. Since 2017, he has built deep relationships with designers and cultural leaders and institutions in Sarawak, learning Malay and conducting extensive bibliographic and ethnographic research. His access is exceptional. The Ton Junga Foundation welcomes him to its collection, and designer Edric Ong affirms that, quote, research like Daniel's means a great deal to the people of Sarawak, end quote. Cole's work challenges the scholarly tendency to privilege only historic textiles, instead documenting living tradition as it adapts to modern identity, youth culture, and global visibility. This grant supports his 2026 fieldwork in Kuching, advancing a rare and timely study that broadens the global scope of costume scholarship. The winner of this year's College and University Collection Care Grant is the Johnson County Community College Historical Fashion Collection in Overland Park, Kansas. Led by professors and co-curators Britt Benjamin and Audrey Michaelis, this project will rehouse and stabilize an extraordinary teaching collection that now includes more than 300 newly donated garments from the 1950s to the early 2000s. This remarkable gift, featuring designers from Dior and Balenciaga to Ralph Rucci and Carolina Herrera, joins more than 1,900 pieces dating back to the 1850s. Jurors described the collection as a treasure trove for students. This project addresses an urgent need. Reviewers noted that the current storage is in dire need of updating, with cramped spaces, inadequate lighting, and cardboard boxes that cannot protect delicate fabrics. Archival boxes, padded hangers, and improved shelving will strengthen long-term preservation. Jurors also praised this project's alignment with the college's mission. This grant ensures these garments remain preserved, accessible, and ready to inspire future designers. The Park McCullough House Association in North Bennington, Vermont, is a recipient of this year's CSA Small Museum Collection Care Grant. Their project, Unraveling History, launches the first phase of a 3-year effort to preserve, catalog, and reinterpret historical dress collections spanning from the early 1800s to the mid-20th century. Dormant for decades and stored in more than 150 boxes, many garments now face risks from improper storage and urgently require dry vacuuming, padding, and acid-free rehousing. Jurors praised the proposal's strong alignment with mission, noting that the project will contribute to the well-being of the collection and that its educational partnership with Bennington College enhances the project. Led by Tilly Grimes of Bennington College, along with Museum Director Polly Rain and Park McCullough Archive Intern and Bennington College Teaching Assistant Sienna Lee, students will gain hands-on training in conservation and curatorial practice while building a new digital catalog and putting on annual exhibitions. This grant provides essential seed funding to secure a nationally significant collection and expand public access. The recipients of this year's Adelphi Lean Student Presenter Grants are Olivia Nash from the University of Alberta and Mansoura Sophie Nakukar from the University of Minnesota. Olivia's in-process presentation, A Cinderella Story, Research into Body Surrogate Needs of 18th Century Menswear, examines how posture shaped the fit of a 1750 to 1765 silk velvet suit. Using a reproduction suit, historical posture guidance, and body scans, her work demonstrates that posture significantly alters silhouette. Insights that reviewers called important research on mannequins, and that the original research depicting how postures change is important. Her findings support the development of accurate, preservation-minded, posture-informed mounts. Sophie's creative work, Circular Design as Storytelling, Reimagining a Bianchi Wedding Dress, explores how reuse can convey narrative and cultural heritage. Reviewers praised her storytelling redesign, and one reviewer noted that they enjoyed her idea of reusing a wedding dress for a garment to wear every day. This year's CSA Dependent Care Grant is awarded to Danielle Aldea Hodgins of the State University of New York, SUNY Oswego. Congratulations, Danielle. The CSA Angels Project is a one-day service event held each year near the National Symposium, offering conservation, storage, and curatorial assistance to a small institution's costume collection. It also provides CSA volunteers with hands-on experience in collections care and the chance to work collaboratively to support a deserving site. The 2026 Angels Project took place on Sunday, May 31st at Historic Rosedale in Charlotte, North Carolina. Built in 1815, this federal-style house is one of the city's oldest surviving homes and was occupied by members of the Frew, Caldwell, and Davidson families for more than 150 years. Today, Historic Rosedale preserves and interprets the stories of all who lived and worked there, including the enslaved and free African Americans connected to the site. CSA volunteers assisted staff with preservation tasks while learning about the home, its collections, and the historic gardens and outbuildings that illuminate early 19th century life. Thank you so much to the 2026 committee chairs for CSA's grants and projects.
This year's Scholars Roundtable gathers 4 researchers whose work reimagines sustainable, systematic change across the materials, media, heritage, and education of dress. Together, they examine how recycles of dress shape our understanding of the past and inspire more ethical futures. Jennifer Harmon transforms discarded fibers into innovative materials through community-engaged research and teaching. Sarah Ida Cabbage investigates fashion media, sustainability, and social justice. Katie Baker-Jones analyzes how media narratives shape public perceptions of sustainable fashion. And Katrina Orsini advances responsible fashion through museum practice and curriculum design. This year's roundtable is chaired by Emily Ertling. This year's CSA Betty Kirk Excellence in Research Award winner is Annika Kozlowski for her project Reassembled, the Paper Doll Coat, a modular no-sew coat from textile waste. Her research demonstrates strong methods and thoughtful data interpretation, offering an honest assessment of the affordances and limitations inherent in working with post-consumer textile waste. Her design emerged from clothing destined for a landfill. It was transformed through felting and laser-cut modular construction into a no-sew garment that challenges assumptions about sustainability, authorship, and material reuse. By merging textile reconstruction with digital fabrication, Annika proposes a compelling hybrid methodology that advances circular design practice and reimagines how garments can be assembled, valued, and sustained. Please help us in congratulating Annika. This year's CSA Costume Design Award goes to a designer whose work brings imagination, purpose, and theatrical joy to the stage. In the Busy Bees Great Adventure, created for the Adrienne Arsht Center's Learning Through the Arts program, Lorena Lopez designed a vibrant world where hip-hop, time-traveling honeybees teach Miami-Dade students about environmental conservation. Her costumes became bold visual anchors, sparkling, colorful, and instantly legible for young audiences. Adjudicators praised her approach as imagination with a purpose, noting how her joyful renderings translated into the final designs. The costumes balanced whimsy with clarity, defining each bee's personality while reinforcing the show's themes. Lorena's collaborative process was equally noteworthy. Reviewers emphasized her engagement with the director, creative team, and performers as designs evolved through movement work. Her costumes supported athletic choreography, large functional wings, and high-energy numbers while maintaining durability and visual impact. Congratulations to Lorena Lopez. The CSA Melia Davenport Publication Award goes to Costume Balls, Dressing Up History, 1870 to 1927, edited by Cynthia Cooper. The publication accompanied an exhibition of the same title at the McCord Stewart Museum. Jurors praised this publication for its exceptional scholarship, elegant writing, and meticulous research. They highlighted the book's intense research into every single garment and its ability to uncover missing links between garments and their history, offering a depth of scholarship rarely achieved in exhibition catalogs. Visually, the book excels with incredible images of extant garments juxtaposed with archival images showing how they were worn, illuminating the complexities of fancy dress. For its scholarly rigor, sensitive interpretation, and outstanding design, we are delighted to honor Costume Balls with this year's award. The CSA Richard Martin Exhibition Award for Large Exhibition goes to Superfine, Tailoring Black Style at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Jurors praised the exhibition as exceptional, innovative, and long overdue. Building on Dr. Monica L. Miller's groundbreaking research, Superfine traced more than 3 centuries of Black sartorial expression and the evolution of Black dandyism. Jurors highlighted the clarity of the curatorial approach, noting how the exhibition captured the voices of the Black community and demonstrated the continuing relevance of the Black dandy. The objects created a compelling narrative of identity and creativity. Audience engagement extended beyond the gallery through programs at the Apollo and Billie Holiday theaters, film screenings, and conversations with Dapper Dan. This achievement reflects the vision of Dr. Monica L. Miller, Andrew Bolton, Amanda Garfinkel, William De Gregorio, Kai Toussaint Marcel, and the Costume Institute staff. Superfine stands as a resonant, beautifully realized achievement. We congratulate the entire curatorial team. The CSA Richard Martin Exhibition Award for a small exhibition goes to The Life of Kids' Clothes at the Missouri Historical Society. This delightful exhibition brings long overlooked stories of children to the forefront, using more than a century of garments to illuminate how kids have played, celebrated, and expressed themselves across generations. Jurors praised the concept as fun and wonderful to see showcased, noting that children's clothing rarely receives such thoughtful attention. The curatorial team's innovation shines through in their exceptional exhibition design that connects history, significance, and community. Interactive elements, from magnetic paper dolls to a rotating family photo wall, captivated visitors of all ages, while the vibrant, well-considered design and exemplary artifact care demonstrated true professional excellence. The Life of Kids' Clothes stands as a joyful, rigorous, and deeply engaging achievement. We congratulate the exhibition team of Adam McFarland, Abigail Sarver-Verhey, and Magdalene Link. The CSA Richard Martin Exhibition Award for a student-led exhibition goes to The Making of Barkcloth, Place, Gender, and Translocal Community, curated by Iris Yi-Chin Luo at Cornell University. Jurors praised this exhibition for its exceptional and imaginative concept, noting how it reframes barkcloth through an ocean-centered worldview that highlights exploration of shared material and culture on oceanic connectedness. This project illuminated both the intricate making process and the cultural significance of barkcloth, offering what one juror described as extremely informative introduction to a material many visitors had never encountered. Jurors celebrated the exhibition's dynamic design, including wave-like supports and thoughtful juxtaposition of textiles, garments, and photographs, which deepened understanding of its themes. Audience engagement was strengthened through workshops, conservation demonstrations, and an illustrated guide that expanded public access to this knowledge. We congratulate Iris and the Cornell Fashion and Textile Collection for this outstanding achievement. The CSA Howard Vincent Kurtz Emerging Theater Artist Award goes to Isabel Toteda for her exceptional costume design for 12 Angry Jurors at the University of California, Irvine. The reviewers praised the clarity and strength of her visual storytelling, noting that the images in her submission were excellent, clearly documenting her designs and thoughtfully describing the process. They highlighted her remarkable independence and work ethic. Reviewers were also struck by the beauty and emotional resonance of her work. Equally impressive was her collaboration with the production team, an essential skill for an emerging artist, which the reviewers noted was clearly evident throughout the project. Please help us congratulate her on this award. The CSA Entrepreneur Recognition Award goes to Jennifer Nealing, founder of JLN Costume Mounting LLC. Jurors praised the business for its exemplary alignment with CSA's mission, noting the meticulous attention to detail and commitment to preservation-focused mounting practices that elevate the interpretation of dress. They highlighted the innovative problem-solving from custom forms for complex garments to creative mounting solutions that bring historical and contemporary clothing to life across a wide range of institutions. Jurors agreed Jennifer would offer valuable insights to CSA members through case studies and presentations, and that her work significantly increases the visibility of the dress discipline. We are delighted to honor Jennifer Nealing and her entrepreneurial excellence and her contributions to the field.
This year's presidential awards go to 3 individuals in our organization who epitomize the work that we do. Each of them are unsung heroes that work quietly in the background, have robust scholarship, and always say yes. The 3 individuals who have served our organization so well are Deborah Brothers, Dies Matthews, and Teresa Alexander.
Cynthia Cooper has long been recognized as a distinguished leader in the field of dress, fashion, and textile studies. As head of collections and research and senior curator of dress, fashion, and textiles at the McCord Stewart Museum in Montreal, she has shaped scholarship, exhibitions, and professional practice with exceptional depth and clarity. Her contributions to the Costume Society of America have been wide-ranging and consistently impactful. Cynthia is a 3-time recipient of the Richard Martin Exhibition Award, has served as a panelist for the Scholars Roundtable, has presented papers at both regional and national symposia, and is a regular contributor to Dress. She is also an internationally recognized author whose publications have advanced the study of costume in meaningful ways. This year, she received the CSA Amelia Davenport Publication Award for Costume Balls, Dressing Up History, 1870 through 1927. Colleagues across CSA offered enthusiastic letters of support for her nomination, noting her exemplary curatorship, leadership in the field, written work, and conference presentations. Others described her as a dedicated scholar, a thoughtful curator, a consummate museum professional, and a generous colleague, and praised the quiet, supportive brilliance she brings to every collaboration. One colleague summarized the collective sentiment: "We have all benefited from Cynthia's deep knowledge, world-class scholarship, and heartfelt dedication to our field and to CSA." Cynthia's scholarship, leadership, and collegial spirit have strengthened both the organization and the broader community of costume studies. It is with deep appreciation that we recognize her as a CSA Fellow for 2026.
Please join me in thanking the awards and honors, chairs, and committee members whose thoughtful, dedicated service makes it possible to honor and celebrate our colleagues.